I saw something incredibly compelling online the other day, and I need to talk about it. LifeLock, which has never been my favorite identity theft protection service, holds a pristine 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. The service I traditionally recommend sits at a 4.1, so what's up? I think I have my answer, and I'd highly recommend anyone watching this to stick around to the end because there are going to be some things that should genuinely help with your decision when it comes to signing up for an identity theft protection service. And when we're done, we'll also be sharing our discount codes, which support the channel at no extra cost to you. If this is your first time looking into identity theft protection, here's the landscape. These services generally do a few things. They monitor your credit and financial accounts and alert you if something looks wrong. They scan the dark web for your leaked personal information, and the better ones bundle additional security tools like a VPN and antivirus. LifeLock does all of that, and on paper, it does it well. LifeLock is owned by Gen Digital, the company formed after Norton and Avast merged in 2022. That's relevant because when you buy LifeLock, you're buying into a broader security ecosystem that includes Norton antivirus, a VPN, a password manager, and up to 500 gigabytes of cloud backup depending on your plan. The monitoring side of the service goes deeper than most. It tracks the standard stuff, credit inquiries, new accounts opening, address changes, but also covers synthetic identity fraud, unauthorized buy now, pay later applications, and new utility telecom accounts opened in your name. During testing, its USPS address change verification flagged a new filing in 53 seconds. Did I experience that? No. No, I didn't experience a 53-second wait. It was longer than that. We'll circle back. The insurance coverage is also legitimately higher than most competitors. The top-tier plan offers up to $3 million in total coverage across stolen funds, personal expenses, and legal experts, triple the $1 million standard you'll find elsewhere. For someone with significant investments, home equity, or retirement accounts, that ceiling matters. LifeLock also includes home title monitoring and 401k and investment alerts that most services don't offer at all. Here's where I start having issues, and part of the reason I've always recommended alternatives. It's not that LifeLock doesn't work. It works fine. I have a discount code in the description if you just want to use that as your main takeaway from this video. I'll earn a commission either way. On paper, it does all the things it says it's supposed to do. Does it monitor your credit and financial information and alert you if something goes wrong? Yes. Does it scan the dark web for your personal information? Yes. Does it bundle the services with a VPN and antivirus that is objectively better than some alternatives on the market, including the service I'm ultimately going to recommend at the end of this video? Yes! If you're looking at bundles and care about VPN speed, you're actually probably better off with LifeLock than the service I'm going to recommend. My problem has always been that there are services that do these things better for cheaper. The plan structure is genuinely confusing. Core, Advanced, Total Select, Advantage, Ultimate Plus, overlapping features, no clean way to compare. The thing you need to know before buying anything: 3-bureau credit monitoring is the minimum standard for real protection, and you only get it on the highest tiers. Pricing compounds this. First-year rates are heavily discounted, and renewal prices can nearly double. The ultimate plan has gone from $239 to $339 at renewal. LifeLock's terms also allow them to charge for auto-renewal up to 35 days before your subscription expires. Not hidden exactly, but not something you'd notice if you weren't looking. And if you're combing through terms and condition sheets before signing up for identity protection services, you probably don't need to watch any review video. Thanks for watching, though. I hope your Thursday's going well. There's also the regulatory history, which is worth naming plainly. In 2015, LifeLock paid a $100 million FTC settlement for violating a prior order, failing to maintain adequate security and making deceptive claims about alert speed. In 2018, a bug exposed subscriber email addresses. In 2023, approximately 6,450 Norton password manager vaults were compromised through credential stuffing. A company selling protection from data breaches has had a few of its own. Make of that what you will. 4.9! It's a nearly perfect company. Now, my experience. When I first did my initial dark web scan, I got 4 alerts from LifeLock. With a competitor, I got 45. Mind you, I signed up for both services on camera on the exact same day. This is usually the part where we show a clip of that.
Individual membership.
Hey, look, it's younger me, all handsome and... Wait, this was like Last year? Guess I'll just always look youthful. I've had better customer service experiences with competitors, and the entire sign up process has just been easier elsewhere. Lifelock has never done anything that makes me think they're bad. It's just that when you sign up for multiple services, you realize there are probably some out there that are consistently better. There's also a practical annoyance worth mentioning. LifeLock and Norton are technically integrated, but in practice, users often end up managing two separate apps, one for identity alerts, one for device security. For a service marketing itself as the all-in-one solution, that friction adds up. So, back to where we started, and this is the part I really encourage you to stick around for because it applies well beyond just this category. This is the flaw of trusting consensus scores in general. If you want a general pulse on something, they're honestly really helpful. But if you've ever loved a movie with a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes or sat through a Best Picture winner you hated, listen up. I come through every negative review on both services. The negative reviews for LifeLock's main competitor, Aura, have basically one consistent theme. I tried to cancel, and the process ended up being more difficult than expected. Which makes sense as a reason to leave a negative review. And you can see the company responding to every single one of those claims in real time, pointing people towards solutions. I've never personally canceled, so I can't speak to how difficult it actually is. LifeLock's one-star reviews, not only are there approximately the same number of negative ones, the severity of the problems is much worse. There are well-documented cases of people experiencing complete identity theft failures while being active subscribers. Whether that's because they were on the lower tier, not monitoring every credit bureau, is honestly tough to say, but that's been one of my major complaints about the service structure all along. And LifeLock just straight up has 13,000 more positive reviews than its competitor. Why? Because it has 13,000 more total reviews. It's a bigger brand, it does a better job prompting customers to leave feedback, and the math works in its favor. All a smaller company needs is a handful of 1 stars to take its rating. If every single person watching this video wrote a negative review of LifeLock right now, they'd still hold that #1 spot. So, where does this leave us? Do I think LifeLock is a legitimate product that does everything it says it does and will protect your identity? As long as you're on their premium tier with all the bells and whistles? Yes. Is there a better option out there for most people? Also yes. Do I like asking myself rhetorical questions? Hey, watch it, buddy. That's private. Look, for the right person, high net worth, significant investments, someone who wants the highest available insurance ceiling and specialized asset monitoring, LifeLock is worth serious consideration. The $3 million coverage cap and home title and 401k monitoring go deeper than most competitors on that specific layer. If you're already in the Norton ecosystem and want everything under one bill, the bundle logic is legitimate. For most people watching this, there are services that found more of my data, cost less over time, and work out of a single app. Feel free to use either link in the description. We're affiliated with both companies, so I can assure you this isn't about a bias toward either service. And next time you see a consensus score that makes you skeptical, look into it. I say this as a fan of hackers. 34%? Come on now.